She always walked with her shoulders just a little hunched, as though she wished her backpack could swallow her whole. Her name was Amara Green, and most days she drifted through the halls of Jefferson High like a whisper no one heard. Teachers liked to say she was quiet but bright. Other students simply called her that weird black girl who never talks. Asterisk on a Tuesday afternoon that smelled like rain and stale disinfectant. 3 girls decided they were tired of Amara's invisibility. Tiffany, the ringleader with the glossy hair and perfect lip gloss, locked eyes with her as Amara shuffled past. Her locker Tiffany had been waiting. The other 2, Brittany and Kelsey, flanked her like shadows. Asterisk, hey, Tiffany said, voice syrupy sweet. We need to talk. Asterisk, Amara froze. A sick, familiar tightness bloomed behind her ribs. She turned her face just enough to show she'd heard, but she didn't answer. She never did. Words were not her armor. Asterisk, did you hear me? Tiffany repeated, a harder edge to her tone. Asterisk, Amara clutched her books closer and tried to slip around. Then Brittany's hand shot out, fingers digging into her elbow. We said we need to talk. Asterisk, the hallway was thinning out, just a few kids lingering by the vending machines, a janitor pushing a mop cart. No one noticed. No one ever noticed. Asterisk, Tiffany's lips curled. Come on, it'll just take a minute. Asterisk, Kelsey held the bathroom door open. It felt like the mouth of something hungry and dark. Amara's heart pounded so loud she thought she might faint. She knew she should scream. She should shove them and run. But instead she let herself be steered inside. Her silence, a reflex she'd never quite learned how to break. Asterisk, the door swung shut behind them. The echo seemed to last forever. Asterisk, Brittany shoved her against the sink so hard the edge bit into her spine she swallowed a cry. Asterisk, so here's the thing, Tiffany said, tapping a manicured nail against Amara's forehead, as though she was knocking on a door. Do you think you're better than everyone, huh? Always with your little journals and your I'm too good to talk to anybody routine. Asterisk, I don't. The words slipped out, ragged. It startled all of them, Amara most of all. Asterisk, Tiffany's eyes widened, then narrowed. You don't what? Asterisk, Amara's voice came out smaller than she meant. I don't think that. Asterisk, Brittany laughed, a sharp, ugly sound. Did you hear her? She talked. Asterisk, Kelsey edged closer, her phone already recording. Say hi to TikTok. Freak. Asterisk, Tiffany leaned in until Amara could see every fleck of mascara on her lashes. Maybe you should smile for the camera. Asterisk, she didn't smile. Couldn't she felt her body lock up, every cell screaming for escape? But she couldn't make her legs move. Asterisk, Tiffany's hand closed around a fistful of Amara's curls. She yanked. The pain flared hot behind Amara's eyes. Asterisk, you're so pathetic. Tiffany spat. Asterisk, it was in that instant, her scalp burning, her ribs trembling, that something shifted. A memory cracked open inside her. She saw her grandmother's face, the way she used to cradle Amara's cheek and whisper, "You are descended from people who survived everything. You carry their fire." That fire had always felt too far away to touch. Until now. Asterisk, with a suddenness that shocked them all. Amara's hand shot up. She grabbed Tiffany's wrist and wrenched it away from her hair. Tiffany stumbled back, mouth dropping open. Asterisk, what the hell? Brittany hissed. Asterisk, Amara stepped away from the sink. Her breath came in fierce, shuddering gasps. She looked Tiffany straight in the eye and finally understood that her silence had never protected her. It had only made her an easier target. Asterisk, delete that video, she said. Her voice sounded strange, hoarse but steady. Asterisk, Kelsey's thumb hovered over the screen. Or what? Asterisk, the answer came to her without hesitation. Or I'll show everyone what you did. I'm not scared of you anymore. Asterisk, it was the truth. The fear was still there, but something bigger was rising up to meet it, something fierce, righteous, unstoppable. Asterisk, Tiffany recovered first, her expression contorting into a mask of fury. You think anyone's going to believe you over us? Asterisk, Amara didn't flinch. Try me. Asterisk, she turned and walked toward the door. No one moved to stop her this time. She pushed it open and stepped into the hallway. The sudden rush of freedom dizzying. Asterisk, for the first time all year, people noticed her. A pair of boys by the lockers stared as she passed. A girl in a marching band hoodie looked from a determined face to the bathroom door, her brow furrowed in curiosity. Asterisk, she didn't care. She kept walking, straight to the main office. Asterisk, the secretary looked up in surprise. Can I help you? Asterisk, Amara set her jaw. I need to talk to the principal. Asterisk, he wasn't in, but the counselor was. Ms. Patel was young, kind-eyed, and never rushed anyone. When Amara started talking, halting at first, then faster, all the words she'd swallowed for months tumbling out, Miss Patel didn't interrupt. She just listened. When Amara finished, her hands were shaking so badly she had to clench them in her lap. Asterisk, Ms. Patel reached across the desk and laid her hand over Amara's. Thank you for telling me. You did the right thing. Asterisk, it didn't feel brave yet. It just felt raw. Asterisk, they called her mother. They called Tiffany's mother too, and the other girls' parents. The principal came back and listened to everything again. There were tears and denials and sputtering apologies from Tiffany's mother, but not from Tiffany herself. She glared at Amara with cold hatred. and for the first time, Amara felt nothing but pity, when it was all over. After the apologies she didn't believe and the promises that the girls would be suspended, Amara stepped out into the waning afternoon light. Her mother wrapped an arm around her shoulders, holding her close. I'm so proud of you, she whispered. Amara pressed her face into her mother's jacket and let herself cry, not out of fear, but out of sheer relief. The next day at school, everything was different. People looked at her as if seeing her for the first time. Some looked away, ashamed. A few came up to say they were sorry for not helping. She accepted their words politely but didn't need them. She'd already made peace with what had happened. In the second period English class, Ms. Dawson asked if she'd like to read her poem aloud. It was the one she'd written weeks ago, about a girl who was invisible until she realized her voice could set the world on fire. Amara hesitated. The old instinct to stay silent clawed at her, but she knew she would never let it win again. She stood. The classroom hushed. Her hands trembled as she unfolded the paper. She cleared her throat and began to read. When she was done, there was a long, stunned quiet. Then the girl in the marching band hoodie started clapping. A moment later the rest of the class joined in. Amara sat down, her cheeks burning, but this time it wasn't shame. It was something close to joy. In the weeks that followed, rumors spread and faded. Some people still snickered behind her back, but most didn't. More than once, she found anonymous notes tucked in her locker. "You're brave, you inspired me, thank you." She started to believe she deserved the words. She joined the poetry club. She stopped hunching her shoulders. She even made a friend, a shy boy named Marcus, who shared her love of science fiction. They spent lunches talking about books and sometimes about how it felt to grow up in a world that didn't always want you to be seen. One afternoon, as she packed up her things to go home, she caught her reflection in the dark glass of the classroom window. For a moment, she thought she saw her grandmother standing behind her, smiling. "You carry their fire." She smiled back, and when she walked down the hall, she didn't feel invisible at all.